It's time for a plushie review. This video is all about the Jazwares Blastoise that has recently come out. He is honestly so good, and I didn't have any of the Kanto starters, final evolutions, and now I have them all. Before we get too deep into this video though, I do have 3 options for our next plushie review. We have the little besties Lilpup, which is so adorable. We have the Jazwares Charizard or the Jazwares Venasaur. So make sure to comment down below which plushie you want me to review for the next video. So we're starting with Blastoise. Why are we starting with Blastoise? I don't really know. I just really wanted to review him. I feel like in my life at least, Squirtle is the bottom of the 3, but that doesn't mean that the line isn't awesome. Now I have 3 different things I want to talk about when it comes to this plushie. We have likeness, softness, and details. I believe this plushie is the 20-inch version of Blastoise, and let's just take a look because 1, he is beefy, but 2, he is so detailed. I mean, let's look at his face for a second. The stitching and how it makes his eyebrows. His eyes are more inset in his face. He got his little crinkle of a nose. So his face is spot on. His arms are segmented like they should be. We got these kneecaps and his toes. And of course we got water blasters, and his shell is also nicely stitched. So overall, this is a really good plushie. If you're looking for a Blastoise lookalike, I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10. When it comes to softness on plushies, we have a very big spectrum of like, this guy doesn't even have it. Oh, he does. We have like this rougher material that these fingers are made out of. I don't even know what material it is, but they use it a lot for like fingers and teeth and stuff. And then we have all the way to comfy friends, which are like basically a cloud. They are so soft. So it is very hard to like say how soft exactly he is. This is not a fuzzy material by any means, but it also is not as hard as his fingers. He is super soft, and you can kind of even tell from the shell, like, see how it has different colors the way you're stroking it. You know what kind of fabric that is. I don't know what it's called, but we're gonna give him an 8 out of 10 on softness. When it comes to details on this plush, we have a lot of really nice details, and some things I wish they had done to just make it that perfect plush. But we're going in first with the eyes and the face. We already talked about them a little, but they spent a lot of time with this stitching to really carve out that face shape and not make him so blah, but he has personality, okay? And we continue the stitching in the arms, the legs, and the shell. But where we're lacking the stitching here is the belly. So we have these lines, and I think it would just push his detailing just a little bit further if we would have actually got stitching in his belly. 2 other little nitpicky things that I would have really loved. This little rim of his shell is just flat. If we could have just gotten that like a little bit rounder, maybe stuffed, because it is pretty hollow, I think that would have elevated it a little bit more. As well as the shape of the blasters, we see that it does get bigger, but I wish we would have maybe done some stitching here too to just define that shape a little better and make it just that much better of a plushie. So overall, it is very detailed. It is very good. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. If we take the sum of our totals and divide it by 3, that brings us to a full total of 8.16 out of 10 for this plushie. Very exact here. We're not going to skimp on the math. You can find this plush at either Amazon or at Walmart. I'm not a big fan of either retailer, so do with that information what you will. And it also runs for $20, which I do think is a very good, fair price for this plush with how detailed and how large he is. That is a solid pricing in my opinion. With that, guys, let me know if there's anything more you guys want me to talk about that you feel I missed. And don't forget to comment which plushie you want to see for the next review video. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!